Hello, everyone, and welcome to Teaching in Room 9, the region.
Shapes are everywhere we look.
But good job. Now, go ahead and touch your throat right here and see how they feel.
And say to ourselves to be positive.
Lemurs are found on the island of Madagascar.
For one, and the numbers get bigger as we go across to the right.
Reset, that means taking a deep breath. It may mean counting to 10.
Today we're going to start with a freestyle stroke. So I'm going to put my arms out and I'm going to.
All righty, are you ready to learn? Let's go! Hello, everyone. You see my friend? Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Teaching in Room 9, the region's largest classroom. I am Dr. Sanders, and in our new classroom, we can go anywhere and be anything while engaging and learning about the community around us. But remember, what do I always say? It doesn't matter if you're 2 or 102, you will have some fun. F-U-N, fun. You will have some fun while learning. I work at Adams Elementary in these St. Louis Public Schools, and let's get this day started. As I remove my hat, do you like my hat? It fits perfectly, doesn't it? But we're going to get started by giving some shout outs to some of my friends. My first friend's name is Bella. Everybody say, hey, Bella. Good job, good job. Let's spell Bella. Capital B-E-L-L-A. B-E-L-L-A. Hi, Bella. My next friend's name is Gina. Everybody say, hey, 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 Miss Gina. Let's spell Gina. Capital G-I-N-A. G-I-N-A. My next name is Christina. Hi, 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 Christina. Let's spell Christina. Capital K-R-I-S-T-I-N-A. Hi, Christina. And my last name for today is Miss Fatama. Hi, Miss Fatama. Are you having a good day? Good. Let's spell Fatama. Capital F-A-T-A-M-A. All righty, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to go? Let's get to learning.
This is a test. For the next 60 seconds, this station will conduct a test. This is only a test.
It's important to wash your hands at school and at home. You get to follow the same steps. Step 1, apply soap and rub your hands together. Step 2, rinse thoroughly with water. Step 3, dry your hands completely. Step 4, throw your paper towel in the trash. Let's review. It's important to wash your hands. Step 1, always use soap and wash your hands together. Step 2, rinse off your hands with water. Step 3, make sure your hands are dried completely. Step 4, throw your paper towel away. Fantastic job! Keep up the good work and keep those hands clean.
Hi friends, welcome back to Teaching in Room 9. It's Mrs. Forth from the Rockwood School District. I'm excited to bring another book to share with you today. And what makes this book so special is it's actually a poem. A poem written by Aja Owens and illustrated by Gloria Day. And it's called Rock What You Got. I always want to thank the author when we read, so let's go ahead and say thank you to Aja Owens. Thank you, Aja Owens. And while I'm at it, I really want to think about the fact that she wrote the words. She's called the author. Can you say author? Authors are the people who write the words in the books that we read. there's also an important person called the illustrator. This is Gloria Day. The illustrator draws the pictures, but they both tell the story or the poem. So as we're reading today, we're going to pay attention to both the words and the pictures and talk about how they're both helping us understand the story. Rock what you got. Perfectly crafted. Everyone is unique. Unique. Unique is another way of saying special, different in a special kind of way. The author used the word unique. What did the illustrator do to help us show that they're all special in their own different ways? Yeah, they have different clothes on. Some have glasses. Some are tall. Yeah. From the top of your head to the soles of your feet. From the top of your head. Did you notice how the illustrator is telling that part of the poem by showing just the head? What about over here? Yeah, you see just the feet, bare feet in grass, the soles of your feet. From the dimple in your cheek to the gap in your teeth. Check the pictures. What are you noticing? Can you see the dimple in the cheek? Do you have dimples? Oh yes, some of you do. And then the gap in your teeth. Can you see the space? That's another word for gap. Some of you have spaces between the teeth where you lost a tooth. You are just like beautiful art, a stunning masterpiece. That's right, you can see the illustrator added a picture of artwork to help us better understand the words of the poem. Maybe you are in doubt. Doubt. Can you say that word? That's a new word, isn't it? Doubt. That means unsure. Maybe you're not so sure. Do you know what helped me figure out what that word means? That's right, the picture, the illustrator showed this girl kind of with her arms crossed like she wasn't so sure. She's in doubt. Maybe you are in doubt, but you should never be. Now she's smiling. Don't be unsure. Be sure of who you are, right? Because you are rocking what you got. When precious time was taken out to create who you would be. Are you noticing anything in the pictures that the illustrator did to match the words that the author wrote? Yeah, I see the clock. Precious time. There's a clock because clocks tell time. To create who you would be. From your eyes to your size. From your lips to your hips. You can see eyes. And her hands are on her hips. From your nose to your ears, right down to your fingertips. How are the illustrator and author working together on these pages? Oh, I agree. I can see the fingers, fingertips. That's what I was thinking. You, yes, you, are a star in your own right. I see the star too. You can see stars all around. But you must see your image with your own sight. You must see your image with your own sight. See image in sight. Do you know what an image is? Yeah, an image is what you can see. You see things with your eyes, and that thing is the image. You can see an image in a mirror. and see how amazing you are. There's a mirror. We guessed it, didn't we? When you look in the mirror, always love what you see. Celebrate how great you are and how great you will be. You can tell this kid's feeling great, right? Like, yeah, that's right. Appreciate all of your quirks, for they are a part of you too. Quirks, that's a fun word to say. Can you say quirks? Quirks are little things that make us who we are. You are beyond special. You, yes, you. I kind of feel like this, I feel like in this picture, he's pointing at me. You, yes, you. You are special. So honor who you are, because to the world, you mean a lot. Do you notice anything that the illustrator added to match the words? Get the earth, the world. That picture matches the words right here, because the author and the illustrator are working together. You are perfect in every way. So always rock what you got. Didn't you just love that poem? In book form, Rock What You Got by Aja Owens. Did you notice how those pictures matched the words? Because the illustrator and the author were working together to make this poem come to life. So when you're reading books, notice how the pictures and the words go together to help us tell the story. Thank you so much for joining me again to read Rock What You Got. I can't wait to see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Did you like that book? Rock What You Got. Were you rocking what you got as she was reading it? Oh, yes. You know this book is a poem. And a poem sometimes just has a little rhythm. You can catch a beat. Oh, you just catch a little beat, and it makes the book so much more. You move with it. So next time you read this book, rock with it a little bit. Okay? I hope you enjoyed the book, but guess what? I'll see you in a bit.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Room 9. My name is Miss St. Louis, and I'm a teacher at Rogers Elementary School in the Melville School District, and we are located in South St. Louis County. Today, I'm here to teach a movement lesson for children of all ages, so let's get ready to get moving. We're going to start today by warming up our bodies, starting with our head. Let's shake it yes, and no, and maybe so. Let's stretch up nice and tall and reach down to our toes, holding for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come up slowly. Today, we are going to be working on building all kinds of strength in our muscles. So we're going to start with our legs, some of our strongest muscles in our body. We're going to begin with some squats. Now, a squat is when my legs are out just below my shoulders, and I sit back like I'm sitting in an imaginary chair. So I'm going to sit and stand up. We're going to do 5 of those. Are you ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, and 5. Now, to continue working on those leg muscles, we're going to do some lunges. I'm going to bring one leg behind me, the other in front, and I'm going to bend down for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's switch. Put the other leg in front. The other one comes behind, bending down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, let's take it to the floor. We're going to be working on our abdominal muscles next. Those are the muscles in our stomach. They help to make sure that we can sit and stand up straight. So it's really important that we practice using them. We're going to begin with some sit-ups. I'm going to put my feet right up in front of me, bend my knees, and lay on my back. Now, I'm going to lean up and lift just my shoulders off the ground, crunching up. If you're really advanced, you could go all the way for that sit-up. Let's do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's sit up at the end. Now, we don't just have to move our muscles to strengthen them, we can practice holding. So now we're gonna hold them up. I'm gonna lift my feet up off the ground and hold my hands up, holding for 5 seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Did you feel them working? I know I felt mine. Now, let's flip over. We're going to do some strength with our arms next. So the next thing that we're going to do is practice holding our plank pose. I'm going to put my arms straight up in front, lift up off my knees with my legs behind me, and I'm going to hold it for 5 seconds. If you need to, put your knees down, come right back up and join us. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and come on down. Now, to build on that pose, we can practice some push-ups. There are a few ways to do this. I can keep my knees bent and put my arms down. I can walk my arms out a little bit to get more, or lift my knees up to practice those push-ups. I'm going to keep my knees down, and we're going to do 5. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, almost done, 4, and 5. Whew. We built up a lot of strength, so let's make sure we cool down with some breathing. Deep breath in, and out, and in, and out. Remember, 60 minutes of exercise is the goal every single day. So get out there and get moving. Don't forget to hydrate with some water, and we'll see you back here next time in room 9. Bye, everyone.
Welcome back to our amazing classroom. You already see him. Yes, Mr. Bare Hands Baran, our favorite wildlife expert. And Mr. Baran, I like Bare Hands first.
Everybody
Better.
calls me Bare Hands.
Bare Hands. That's like, call him Bare Hands. Say, hi, Mr. Bare Hands.
Hey, kids. How are ya?
What do you have for us today?
Well, today I brought in Sunshine.
Ooh,
And Sunshine is a leopard gecko.
a leopard gecko. Why is it a leopard gecko?
Well, 2 reasons. One, they have these really interesting spots like a leopard does.
Okay.
And 2, they hunt very cat-like.
Oh.
Yeah, like they crouch and they pounce and the little tail twitches. And then when they find their prey, they jump on it like a cat. So just like a leopard would.
Okay, and what is their prey?
So they eat a lot of insects. However, they're not opposed to eating small lizards or anything they can get their mouth on.
Okay, so we talked about omnivore and hardcore carnivore and
So they are considered a carnivore.
Okay.
Or an insectivore, okay, because they do eat protein.
Okay. And what do you find leopard geckos?
These guys are from the Middle East. You'll find them in Iran and in Pakistan and some of those Middle Eastern countries around that region.
And why are they in those countries and not on an island?
Well, leopard geckos prefer a very arid type of environment to live in.
Arid. That's a big word. Everybody say arid.
Arid.
All right. And what does arid mean?
So that means that it would be a very dry environment, you know, it may be a desert, very rocky, sandy, very little vegetation, mostly rocky, arid.
All right. And I've been to a couple places and I've seen these, not in Iran or Egypt. I've been to a pet store.
Mm-hmm.
Do these make good pets?
So amazingly, they do make very good pets. They're very easy to take care of. The husbandry is very simple. It's pretty straightforward. They don't need a lot of water, and they eat insects very readily. You can get mealworms, you can get dubia roaches, or you can get crickets.
I wonder, is it okay if I have pet?
Yeah, you can pet Sunshine, and you can hold her too. So just hold your hands out like this. There you go. There you go. And we'll just put her right there.
Oh. It's not as rough as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Kind of
Now,
soft.
a lot of people love leopard geckos because when you look at them right in the face, they look like they're smiling.
Oh. And she likes to crawl, I see.
Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, when you have one for a pet, you can, if supervised, you can let them out to crawl around and explore the area.
As long as you don't have any cats around.
Yes, do not have cats. I think most cats would love to grab that.
All right, and I see one more thing. I see on the side of Sunshine's head, I see some openings. What are those?
Yes, so they have open ears, and so they actually absorb sound through those ears, and they can hear their surroundings, but they can also feel the vibrations through their toes.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much for bringing Sunshine in. And boys and girls, I'll see you in a bit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hi friends, welcome back to Teaching in Room 9, our region's largest classroom. My name is Julia. I'm a first grade teacher at the Soulard School, and here for Teaching in Room 9, this is our song time. Songs are a fun way for us to practice counting and numbers. Today we're going to be focusing on skip counting by tens. See if you can sing or count along with me. We are skip counting by tens. We can do it, my friends. We'll go from 10 until 100, then we can start again. 10, then 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Then comes 80, 90, 100. We're so smart, don't you see? We are skip counting by tens. We can do it, my friends. We'll go from 10 until 100, then we can start again. 10, then 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Then comes 80, 90, 100. We are so smart, don't you see? Nice job, friends. You did such a good job skip counting by tens. I am so proud of you. Kiss your brains. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Now we have some quick facts about our leopard gecko.
Yes, leopard geckos are fascinating creatures. One interesting thing about leopard geckos is you see how fat his tail is? That's because he stores all the extra nutrients and fat in that tail. So if his tail is thicker than his hips, that means he's in extremely good health. Another fun fact about leopard geckos is they have over 100 teeth in that mouth. And every 3 to 4 months, they regenerate those teeth. So he's always got a nice new set of chompers. Whenever they shed, they're just like most reptiles. When they start growing, they get too big for their skin. They shed their skin. Well, leopard geckos shed it in one piece, and then they eat the whole shed. They also have eyelids that blink this way, and then they have a nicotine membrane that goes this way. Their tongues are long enough that they can lick the sand out of their own eyeball. What a great thing, huh?
That would be nice.
They do have ear openings, and so they can hear, but they have very sensitive toes, and they can feel sound through the ground.
All righty. Thank you, Mr. Bare Hands, for those amazing facts. And boys and girls, I'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.
Great day. This is Candace with Chaos, and I want to introduce you to my friend Jen. Jen is short for Jennifer, and here's Jen right here. Jen is absolutely amazing. Jen speaks 3 languages, and Jen knows how to ice skate, and Jen also knows how to build amazing things with Legos. Jen wants to be an architect when they grow up. And so something about Jen is sad a lot, and nobody really knows that that's what's happening with Jen. And Jen often has tummy aches, and Jen often falls asleep in class. And Jen sometimes gets into trouble because Jen doesn't turn in their work like they're supposed to. And so Jen really wants people to be patient with them. Can you say patient? Patience stands for pause and think. Inhale, exhale, now talk, or now tap out. And so sometimes Jen deals with bullying. And so when Jen deals with bullying, Jen is learning how to talk if they can, but tap out if they need to. And so we only talk when we can be respectful and not hurt anybody, including ourselves. But when we can't do that, we tap out and we find something else to do. And sometimes Jen has to tap out and walk away, or Jen has to tap out and talk to a trusted adult. If you're ever feeling really sad, or if you are ever feeling like you don't feel good, or you're feeling like people are bullying you, please talk to a trusted adult and use the patience skill. Talk if you can, or tap out if you need to. I want you to try that. Let an adult know how it works out, and then I'll see you soon. You have an amazing day. Air hugs and cyber kisses.
All right, everybody, we're back in room 9. Whew. Woo. Did you have some fun today? Good, good, good. But now, unfortunately, our time has come to an end. But before we go, we have to spell our favorite word. And what is our favorite word? 9. Let's spell 9. N-I-N-E. 9. Thank you for being in room 9. Bye-bye.
Teaching in Room 9 is supported in part by Know who to reach out to when you need help. There is hope. Call or text 988.